little stream and a little lunch. That's some good stuff. And let's put a little Night in the Woods music on, because I think there is probably a lot to chat about with Halloween. I don't know if anyone's around now that I'm doing evasive maneuvers before I try to stream something, but I have hot dogs and macaroni and cherry tomatoes, which I am eating, and I'll be here for, I don't know, some kind of a short time. It's a regular. It's a regular to be sure. Hello to you, YouTube user Williams, and hello to you, Magdala. Hello meat, I suppose, because what else can you call an American processed hot dog on a bed of macaroni and cheese? How you doing? Like, you last saw me on Halloween, but it turned out really cool nevertheless. Wow. I thought that my costume was like lame or something. Hello you, Nico Juju. Hello, it's been a moment. How have you been? You're saying you're first because you're superior? Now, that really sets a precedent, does it? There's ASMR confirmed. Is that because of the audio quality and also the chewing or something? Okay, where are we going over here? Let's settle in to maybe draw something. That's my intention, honestly. Let's scoot all of these things to their sides, and I feel strange sometimes that I don't have like an ongoing story of drawing something, like something to come back to, like a project that's always in my mind. Anyway, hello to you. Okay, wait, the thing on my mind is, how was your Halloween, if you did like anything about that? Extreme stress is happening on your part. You have exams. Oh my, we're all in sort of a midterms kind of a season, are we? Well, best of luck to you. I sometimes I try forcibly relaxing every muscle in my body, and the way I've said this just now maybe doesn't sound too soothing, but it's an option. You're saying, for some reason last streams have been quieter than usual. Might be my new headphones, but I have the volume at 100% now and it's still kind of quiet. Interesting. Like, okay, well here's my volume. Maybe I need to update OBS or something. And as you can see, this is I have it at the maximum every single time. What do you think goes on here? Hello to you, Lotus. There's Magdala saying, I went to a party on Halloween. I was wrecked. They made me drink and stay up late. Oh my. You've been kidnapped. You've been kidnapped. Dare we say peer pressured? Hello. How has everything gone? Some fun things happened at my house, mostly because my mom really gets into the Halloween spirit. You know, the entire bin that's about like this big of cheese puffs. It's like a puffed up ball of cheese snack, and you pop it in your mouth similar to a Cheeto. Mom gave away 2 bins of that because 2 people told her a really cheesy joke, and I'm really glad that my little brother was like watching the second one, because he was like, okay, that kid seemed like he felt a little bit too old to be trick-or-treating, but then when mom walked out of the house with a full bin of cheese puff, you could see sort of a bodily excitement start to vibrate in the kid. and I don't know, that's good memories and stuff. Just do some things like that. Alright, so quieter than usual streams is the last topic. Drinking is the other topic. The 60s William saying, you guys going to parties and stuff. I can't get out of this room. I believe in you. We're gonna kidnap you one day. or we're gonna live in your walls a different day. You know, there's a lot of days in a week, so we got options. That's basically what's happening. There's Lotus saying, I'm beyond stressed, overwhelmed, tired, and the kitchen sink. Oh my. I made the damn kitchen sink in emotion just for this. See that your hair looks different. I was absent from last stream, so I guess that's new. Honestly, for the past, let's say 3 months, my hair has been able to do this. I've simply chosen not to do this most of the time. I don't know, my shower schedule was like thrown off, but thank you. There's Greg saying that's what Halloween was made for. Kitchen sink is an emotion, oh my. There's Lotus saying, please kidnap me too, I want to celebrate Halloween too. Hey, we might have a cheese ball type of prize for you. This is not a cheese ball. This is a cherry tomato, but it's approximately the same size. Oh. Okay. So, what are some things we can draw? I've been thinking about scrapbooking. That thing is really cold on the inside. You're saying Hallows Eve has passed a bit ago, next year for sure. I really do wonder how I wish to celebrate going forward. A little smiley face has encountered us. You're saying we require some organs for the price, though. Oh my. You know, the phrase trick or treat could involve a great many things. There's... Why are you saying that the bangs hide the forehead? Have I been having a so-called landing strip of forehead all this time? Absolutely bonkers. Okay, so what else are we putting here? Maybe just... Maybe just things that happened on Halloween night is what I'm gonna put. That appeals to me, sort of. But also I have to keep an eye on the time and keep this like a little bit short because I have to leave the house today and quit one of my classes because for some reason me and my mother and my brother, we all joined the same online class and we've all completely fucked it. We've all I was gonna use a different word though, but that pretty much sums it up. It's kind of bungled. It's kind of mungled. We've kind of all three of us mangled it. It's And then there's Nico going to go roleplay with friends. Oh, how excellent. And you're donating kidneys. We're kidnapping Lodes next Halloween. And you're even tying yourself up to toss in a van. That's excellent. And I need to get as much money as possible since I lost the chance at money 2 streams ago. That guy didn't fall for my threats. You know what? Let's have that as part of the lore. Alright, let's have... You might simply extort people sometimes. Okay, we need a forehead kind of thing, because this is another thing that happened on Halloween. I didn't mean to look like Genu K-pop Demon Hunters. My hair is just ordinarily styled like that. Let's have some eyes. Let's have some kind of a face for all of this. Whoa! Hello to Decipher. Actually awake for this. Okay, so wait, I've been mostly missing you by an hour every single time. Oh my. Well, hello to you. I'm glad you've still got the same general profile picture and username, and also hello and how are you and what's new in your life. But yeah, things are being displayed differently now in all of this, and I'm still not 100% used to it. Did you cause a college chair fight as well? That would be so beautiful. Like, is it similar to a Waffle House chair fight where you hit somebody with a chair? I did not cause any such thing, but it sounds appealing and interesting. Alright, let's have a little bit of t-shirt. Goes like this. Ba-dum-bum. I think every time I look at my history of art and stuff I've made, I want to make like more involved pieces. There's Are we having a stare off? Are we having a standoff? And then there's... So she's saying, as any good streamer, you have to attach a camera to you and live stream whatever you're gonna do after this. I mean, the way phones work, we kind of do have a camera attached to us. There's, you're saying, typhoon ongoing, so had to be away. Yeah. Oh. Hey, hope you're staying safe out there. There's bad weather hitting every shore, it would seem. There's... Okay. Decipher saying, hey, I don't change my profile pic that much. Maybe I'll draw a new one, we'll see. Twins, though. Mine's been the same for years, and for the Discord one, that's a little bit peculiar because I made it in some kind of an emotional state. Is that you that you're drawing? Did the normal version of the hair give it away? A little Spider-Man child came up to me and said that my voice was really high-pitched for Genu from K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh, this wasn't out of nowhere. This was because I had put the patterns on me for face paint. You guys were there for that. You guys saw that. But yeah, I thought I was going to be like a generic sort of anybody from K-pop Demon Hunters, but the little baby trick-or-treaters coming by sort of went into this and they said, I know that, I recognize you. Alright, so, as long as the typhoon is not as bad as the last one and the roof does not fly off again, then I'm good. Oh my god, where'd you get the new roof from last time? That's rough. Making me imagine a sort of spinning disc of sheet metal, like, I don't know, decapitating someone. I hope none of that happens. Hope you're doing all right. There's Decipher, who's saying that you're drawing yourself. Ooh, what shall happen? There's you got it from the roof store. All right, I'll believe that. Let's draw a little Spider-Man who's very amazed to see us. You got the new roof from your savings. Patch up that roof with 100% just bills flopping. Alright, so what is this? One leg and another leg. I do want to draw more involved art, but what does this mean to me? What does this mean to me when I say that statement? I don't know. It's in my head because the charcoal drawing of Pink Diamond is still over to the side, and I'm like, it's actually been years since I've done a big ass charcoal drawing that can decorate a room. I should consider. There's, you're saying my voice can only be heard by dogs. YouTube is doing a good job pitching it down to human hearable frequencies. Excuse us. What can actually happen for this to work? I mean, my guess would be because the vertical sort of live streams were at a proper volume from the phone and sort of changed that up. You saw the pink diamond over in the corner. I'm glad that I put that much detail into a drawing once in my life, but also I don't know if it's like the emotions in it are kind of distressed, and so it makes me feel weird about displaying it in my room. I'm like, okay, as a wall decoration, is that the vibe I want it to bring? As a fan art, I'm happy I completed that, but as something that just lives in my room, I don't know. Oh, might be your headphones? Okay. Every day, I wonder, how much lunch am I gonna make it through? Why are you... What's with the little lines? You're seeing something, projecting something, I'm playing a little charades with you. Alright. I can never tell what I want to do for feet. Should I just... Are we just whipping out the grippers? Oh, you're saying here's something to scale. Here's I'm already taking up such a small portion of canvas because of the way this works. And here we go saying that I'm actually a single pixel of a human being. Alright, alright. Okay, there's Magdala saying, Jaro, how to study good. Fast way, shortcut, no effort. Honestly, I've been downloading a PDF of an entire textbook when I can. Have you been doing that? And then use the the find function, control F, and then for half the quizzes in one of my classes, I did not have to read the book before doing the quiz because I would just sort of scan the entire thing for answers in that way with the control F function. It's I mean, as a result, I am now a little bit scared of that class because some of it I wanted to have in my head. Actually, it's actually a fine, interesting class. I was bringing up it's the project management one, and so I could make a life plan and I could get myself together using the principles in this class. I mean, even though the principles are mostly for coordinating an organization of people and communicating from one end to the other of it and all of that. There's Decipher saying, the power went out, good thing I have data. Unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to stay long. Save your phone battery, save your phone battery. Glad I got to see you for a second. I hope you get solar when the sun is back up. Oh my god. All right, stay in there. There's Greg saying, oh my god, Sam, I'm painting one of my characters and it's kind of scary, so it would be weird to have it on my wall. Right? Like, it's like a feeling kind of torn. Like, on the one hand, yay, made this, that's what I want to do with a piece of art. On the other hand, at what times do I want to look at that? Maybe not 1 in the morning, maybe not that. There's Magdala saying, you gotta flee the country at this state. The cost of a kidney, we can let you stay in my cardboard house. We got some for real, see you guys. Oh my gosh. The roof thing had me worrying. You might be gone already, but I'm like, can I commission you for something real quick? You gave me a fan art one time, but can I commission you for something real quick if the roof is at risk? Wow. There's Greg talking about like immediate mood killer, and recently I'm like trying to figure out how it is that people who are like doing the dating like also smash and stuff, because I'm like looking at my room and it's actually not possible. It's actually, I'm gonna say, not possible or comfortable to have somebody walk through it because I made my floor out of a bunch of tripping hazards. And so if I also had the portrait of fear and emotional distress and terror and the and the pink diamond looking up at very spooky hands in the black and white, this would also This would also not be good. Not be good. You're saying donate the monies. Do it quickly, Jaro. The roof is in danger. I mean, I'm thinking probably Decipher does have some stuff on Discord probably linked. Probably here's a Decipher. Hey, wait, let me click. No, okay, you're offline for real. You're offline for actual. There we go. There's Eddie Williams saying, you guys are so responsible. Studying, learning. I just told you that none of what I am in this class for, that I'm trying to get my degree for, was staying in my head and I'm scared. I mean, okay, I'm gonna go over it some more. I'm gonna really try to soak it in and do my own personal project outside of the class so that I can, relearn stuff in a better context, but I haven't done any of that yet. I just don't know shit right now. Alright, anyway, so you're saying I never went to college, I never will. My intellect hit a ceiling. I won't get more intelligent, I won't get wiser. Then, would you perhaps go to college just for the recreational experience? Just to get freaking crunk? Just to get, wasted or something? If you're going to go to college just to get wasted, so far, I'm gonna say, all of the business classes that I've been in have been so incredibly easy. I don't know if it's because some of the professors have been a little old, or they've just been people persons, or maybe it's just the content of the class itself. Every time I go into a business class, I'm like, this is so easy. The only thing that could possibly make this better would be, I don't know, doing crazy amounts of drugs or something at the same time as taking this class, which is probably why all the business majors end up the way they do. Alright, this is Magdala saying, the orange hat seals the deal. You'd play Smash in there for sure. Thank you. My vibes are incredible. There's things that make you more stupider, and you live in Jupiter. Well, no wonder everyone's crushing on you. It's because of gravity. The incredible amounts of gravity on Jupiter, huh? Was that almost smooth? I'm trying to be smooth lately. Let's sort of stress test all of this. Ooh, a name. Is this in an unknown sort of a script? What's the deal with the lettering? And does the mouth protrude like so? Interesting designs that I have characters about this. There's Greg saying, yeah, in art sometimes there's lesions you gotta learn for yourself. I'm gonna take that as a lesson about horror art when you're drawing lesions, perhaps. But also, lessons are pretty good. It's in the scribbles possibly. Put on the hat and I'll do something unexpected. Alright, I'll warn you though. It's a merch hat. I almost wanted to say I wouldn't just have a bright orange hat just for the hell of it. I would though. I have other things. I got my yellow orange pants in recently, 2 of them. They're so bright that I'm afraid to wear them. Anyway, let's try this. Let's try this out. It's great to me that it's so identifiable as a hat. Become the average southern white man in his 40s with that hat. Oh my, have you toured the South lately? Anyway, so this is a merch hat for Hamilton the musical. I forget how clean this is. I've just taken a shower, but I guess clean enough. Hello. Check out my fashion. The motions that I make when I'm doing hat appreciation. You're saying it looks like a fishing hat? I mean, I guess, yeah. Bucket hat, kind of a thing. That's a replica of the hat Hamilton used to wear. We can put it like this. There's so many ways not to wear this. And then it's also reversible. With the little, it's slightly less identifiable to have the King George sort of catchphrase from the musical. Awesome. Wow. Nice supervision, isn't it? I suppose. Check me out. Check me out. Homosexuals. How are you today? And what unexpected thing could you possibly do? Because with you, a YouTube user, I've come to expect the unexpected. I'm trying to expect the unexpected. So what is to be expected? Yes, it's a reversible hat. Look at me. I'm unexpected. You can't expect any of this. Okay. I'm wondering to myself, how much drawing can I get done? How much in between how many bites? Because I often choose too many things to do. Have you increased my height due to the hat? I'm 700 feet perhaps. There we go. Watch out, food fetishists. I'm really maximizing the feet. Oh. Why are you saying you suck at lessons? Why? What's the last thing you tried to learn or perhaps teach? This is maybe one of my favorite meals, or maybe I'm just really nostalgic for it right now. The hot dog and the macaroni. It was a childhood meal, of course, because it's very, very simple. A second bite of a hot dog and a... Why are you asking about what fetishes? When you see the words of the measurements, 700 feet is your first thought, not, wow, that's a lot of feet. There's Magdalena saying, I have no reference point, all my friends get high, but is 80 on average good? You gotta let me know, Jaro, I need the answers. Well, what's actually good... Okay, I'm probably not the best person to go to for advice, because I have an A in 2 of my classes, and then the last class I'm straight up quitting, so I only have a certain amount of effort that I'm able to distribute out of myself every semester, and I think the classes might be available to lock in for the next semester, so I have to like plan whatever I'm doing next time with this in mind. So I don't know if I'm the best person to ask, but I have to conclude that whatever constitutes as a passing grade in your college, whatever lets you walk across the graduation, that's considered good. My parents occasionally tell me C's get degrees when they're trying to tell me not to stress, but I have not translated their effort like that into I love that. I have not translated their chill sort of message into an actual strategy. The forehead is back. How is my hair parted right now? Directly in the middle? I cannot tell what it is that I want to do with this. It parted the other way the other day, kind of on accident. This is not... Okay, sometimes I come across videos of somebody, Justin Bieber, 2012. Sometimes I come across videos of people knowing what to do with their hair on purpose, and it doesn't turn out, I don't know, fuzzy or unwieldy. So there's Magdala saying, what do you mean 3 classes? 3 classes and I'm quitting one. I am not academically impressive. I am academically fully 26. It's been a million years. I don't really recommend this path to anyone. There's saying to jolly up because it's almost Christmas. Okay. Emo hair eliminated because we're going to jolly up. Okay. Why do you have 10 classes? That's okay. Okay, wait, the maximum that I've known people to have is 5 classes, and that's barely, okay, maybe 6 classes, and the person I know who's doing that is having a barely manageable time. The average, the normal amount is 4 or 5. It's 4 or 5 in United States America. So I'm doing below that to have it more manageable. You're saying foreheadization is an old Christmas tradition. I'm so very curious about Christmas traditions. Very emo. Bangs, black shirt, ranting about how life sucks. Was I ranting about how life sucks? Was I not having an appreciation of mac and cheese macaroni? And you're saying you're suffering, it's a bit different over here. How many hours does that come out to with 10 classes? Because okay, wait, did you like select 10 classes? And I mean, okay, let's scroll on back for a second there. 80 is freaking magnificent for an average if you're having 10 classes. If you're having that across the classes, you might actually be a savant, and I don't think that any of what you said about not being able to study is actually true if you're still passing your classes while being in 10 of them. Okay. Each class is supposed to work out to, I don't know, okay, like each credit is supposed to work out to a certain amount of hours of homework over here. Okay. I think it's like half of the lesson time you guys have, so like 6.5 classes. You have 0 classes and you're stressed as well. I feel less alone, thank you. So you're having a lot of trouble, save me please. I'm not even saving myself from having 3 classes. I've completely shot the bed on that front, honestly. Okay, there's a greater degree of catastrophizing that I could have with that. Hello to Widow Rars. Yeah. You're coming in at exactly the right moment to see me having macaroni and cheese and hot dog and swearing about the schoolworks. How are you today? How was Halloween? Wait, we already went over how your Halloween was because you were experiencing it at a slightly earlier time than I was. Is that right? Am I remembering correctly? I got to see somebody be given an entire like bin of cheese puff that's like the size of my torso, the size of 2 of my head. One trick-or-treater got that as like a prize. So that was excellent. You're saying the man is sleeping in Jorkin? Sage advice. Oh. My lunch is here. And by here I mean it's in my mouth. Okay. I was trying to draw art of one little trick-or-treater mistaking me for Genu. It's turned into art of me being very, very tall and also being mistaken for Genu K-pop demon hunters. So let's just sort of combine those 2 ideas. When you ask the trick-or-treaters trick or treat, but you're serious about the trick, apparently if enough people come by, there's a chance that some of them can do a backflip. This fills my heart with joy. I got to see 3 trick-or-treaters do a backflip, and one of them was dressed, okay, not a backflipping one, but one of them was dressed as the fairy godmother from Shrek and belted out "I Need a Hero." It's been a few days since Halloween, as you can see, but I'm still clapping, I'm still in applause. There's Magdella. There's Magdella asking if you can ban yourself for a bad conversation topic if you insist, I guess. There's So anyway, it's saying, I'm getting hungry now. I'd eat some of your food thing with cheese and dwarf tomatoes and the rattlesnake hot dogs. It's not a rattlesnake hot dog every time. And also, I think whatever business served me some rattlesnake in town, I think they've gone out of business. I can't find them anymore. There's Widower saying, I don't think I ever have to do a trick, I just get candy. Yeah, that's fair. My house was being really weird about it. We gave somebody instant ramen for singing the songs from K-pop Demon Hunters, full-size candy bars for a joke or anything, and it was more of a win big type system, and I think most of the houses do not do that, but it is way more fun for us when we're giving out candy and an entire head-sized bag of cheese puffs and Takis and stuff. It's more fun to ask for a trick when you're going like that. Okay, so whole song rendition is considered a trick. Yeah, there's talk of Bat Dog. I love being a goofy goober. Maybe because cooking and serving rattlesnakes is illegal. Maybe it's not. Maybe people just weren't into it and were judgmental, like yourself. There's talking about being a goofy goober. You want noodles for Halloween now? it seemed like such a good idea, but one of the kids who sang K-pop Demon Hunter is Golden all the way through was like 5 or something, and so when she got the noodles, the spicy instant noodles, she was like, oh yeah, and ripped it open immediately to try to eat it. No, baby, wait, no, you need hot water, you need boiling water, wait, what did I think was gonna happen? To be fair, the ramen wasn't my idea to buy that, but also I hope that somebody who got one of those ate it the way it's supposed to be eaten. Oh my god. You're saying the poor kid? I really hope some of it turned out right. And then I guess some of the houses around us like had their light on but weren't giving out any candy, and so a couple of the more I don't know, local or disappointed trick-or-treaters came back to like specifically grind our house by like having more than one trick, and you know, we had that much candy actually, so we were like, oh yeah, here we go. There's asking, you want radiant energy, you say it helps me get away from life's inevitable issues, and okay. There's some being banned sort of stuff happening. You don't eat instant noodles when they're crunchy. You also let the cereal get soggy in the milk. And now, as convincing as that argument is, look, maybe there's just different preferences out there. And look, maybe the little baby child was too young to crunchify those noodles. So you ever think about this? A lot more questions being in here. There's Widow R saying, random, but can I be a mod? I want to be part of the game. I'm hoping that it goes out to people. Okay, the shortest amount of time that I've let somebody be a mod after being here was, I think, 2 months. So it's more of a let's see how regular you are around here, but theoretically, yeah. Theoretically, it's very possible. You're talking about milk then cereal. You need to be a parasocial friend like us for way longer. It is part of the gang. It is quite easy to be a part of the gang, dare I say. Let's distribute some form of a bean. Let's distribute a bean. Also, the grid system for this thing makes me feel like I should play some kind of game with all of these drawings, like they should be in here. You're talking about milk then cereal? I do cereal then milk. Are we fighting now? Are we enemies? I don't want to be enemies. Okay, there's talk of earning trust. There's talk of you're welcome, I love food. Let's draw one little bean going like this. You're saying it's okay, I'm just not up to mod status. Hey. But, even just showing up to a couple of these, I dare say you're considered part of the gang. Alright, so what is the color that I would like to put on here? This is sort of a bean color. Good stuff. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. There's Sophie Williams saying, I don't like milk. I eat cereal with yogurt first, then cereal, then bowl. What's the bowl for? What do you use the bowl for in this scenario? Because, it's not completely intuitive from that description what you're using the bowl for. Okay, then the table. Alright. I'm a little bit lost. Dare I say? Okay, you're gonna agree with that? It's gonna make total sense to you? Okay then. Very good. Very fine. Okay. A singular bean has been established on the canvas. I've been thinking about... Wait, you're saying, how do you gauge how much cereal you're gonna put if you put the cereal first? If you put too much cereal, then the milk isn't enough. Oh. Well, What I like to do is if I have too much cereal, then I just put more milk or drink up the milk. If it unbalances, then I'll just add more of whatever I need and then have one really big meal. This is why, for the longest time, dieting was really hard for me because I was never against having a very big meal. You're saying, I don't use bowl, you barbarians. Okay, sometimes a plate can hold the exact same amount as a bowl can. However, how did you find this out? Like this plate I've got right here. It can hold the same amount of liquid as a bowl. It can. I've tested this out. You're flipping the table upside down. Thinking outside the box. Versatile. Excellent. Use your hands. We're descending into anarchy, dare I say. This is a very calm tone of voice for me to say this in, but we're descending into total anarchy. What are you? You chug the milk and cereal at the same time. You're saying, after I've eaten my cereal and the milk, I sometimes pour more milk in and drink it from the bowl because I'm still thirsty. Is that normal? I guess you're like minimizing the amount of dishes you would have to do. It's more normal than getting a separate cup when you're still thirsty and you have a milk bowl. Oh, you're saying it's unacceptable? Who else eats their cereal with a butter knife? This is technically possible. It's more possible for the YouTube users like yogurt sort of situation. Huh. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? I'm staying away from all of you with my macaroni and my cheese. You're saying the table is unnecessary when we need something to stand on, apparently. Wow. Alright. I'm having little tomatoes. I'm having a wonderful day, probably. I think I probably will end this stream at the hour mark. Sorry to be short with you, but I have an appointment that I'm trying to get to with my mom and also my brother. Oh, okay. You're saying everyone in this chat is a fucking lunatic? This is so true. And speaking of Luna, I don't even want to know what you would do with the moon. Alright, we've got a stick figure here. The more I look at this, the funnier it is. Would we run over maybe an infinite amount of people? Who knows how long this extends? Or would we run over one person who isn't even tied to the track, who's just hanging out there, who's really cheeked up? Oh, hello! Hello, username Gage to Merlin. Hi. The topic of today's stream can be whatever's on your mind. It doesn't have to be the trolley problem, although I would like to think that maybe these buns could deflect the danger. I would like to think that. Alright. So you drink milk from the bowl. The sky is up. 1 hour stream like we're peasants. Didn't sleep last night. Waiting for the Sunday stream. The disrespect. My apologies. I can start announcing when there is not going to be any bonus Sunday streams also. It would have been really good timing as well, cause my girlfriend was actually off and I could have done more of the games that she's interested in and stuff, but I was dead tired. I went to sleep at a weirdly early hour, like 7 at night. I was completely unconscious from that point on. Absolutely ridiculous. Alright, sorry to the infinite people, because we're not running over the very cheeked up individual. Oh my gosh. And drift the trolley for the maximum amount of kills. And Willow does not know what to say. That's totally fair. I honestly don't know where this particular conversation was going to go. Off the rails, I guess. Completely off the rails. You saw a trolley when you were walking home? Huh. That's some fun stuff. I don't know if I live anywhere near a railroad. I used to. I used to be able to hear a train, but I just kind of associate that with like night in the woods type stuff. You're saying you would kill Sir Aspa Thick Cheeks the Turd instead of 1,000,000 people, you psycho? That's certainly a sentence that I've just read aloud just now. How do I know that it even kills them? How do I even know? Look at this cushion. It's here to do some pushing. What? There's a little bit of a yes coming through. You live near a railroad, alright? Damn, okay. Very, very quotation marks around here. You're thinking that trolleys were an extinct species. Oh, okay, shopping trolley. The trolley problem shows you a different sort, but shopping trolleys are also something that exists. Alright. 15 minutes left in a stream. What do I wish to think about, accomplish, or reflect upon? You know, I think I was just thinking about how I really like the design of Titan Loose, but I've never drawn her actually, and it's a really fun and cool design. So let's do that. Maybe I've tried once, cause I don't know. I've been here for a lot of streams. She's so cool. She's so cool. And a little fang. Do. So you saw a shopping trolley in the road. I do wonder about those sometimes. I think they're a cool prop to have. Do you... Okay, theoretically you could just walk off with the shopping trolley at any time. But if one were available to buy easily and normally, would you get one? And just sort of have your own. Let's try this little drawing. I've been so... I don't know, it's an ongoing sort of thought, trying to think about what I want to draw lately. And like what I want to dedicate time to and maybe make a project out of. I started these streams because I thought that they would make me draw more regularly. And they kind of have, but the results are varied. I'm definitely more tuned into the having a chat sort of part of these. Okay, here's possible eyebrows, and for some reason I'm going all in on the all in on this particular size and shape of eyes. No. Okay, let's put the other one off to this side. Does that work? Does that? No. Does this? Also no. Incredible. Incredible. I certainly know how to draw bodies in motion and not just eyeballs that are having a stroke. Wow. I tried to say that more convincingly. There's saying Titan Loose is a crazy name, by the way. Let's write this out. Let's write this out. Although I do absolutely hear it. I completely hear it. I absolutely have to correct that. Alright, so you're saying you would sit in the car. That's some good stuff. Your dad did take a trolley, and there's some cute drawings happening. This is saying, thanks to these streams, I forgot how to draw. Now I can only make doodles. My grammar has gotten way worse too. Hey, this is a real thing that happens. Your grammar can get way worse. It's super easy to make this happen. One single fang is always excellent character design 100% of the time. And what features are gonna make this the most identifiable as a luz no será? You're saying eyeballs are surprisingly hard to draw for you? Yeah, I'm relating. I'm relating to that. I haven't practiced like aligning them so that it convincingly looks like they're looking at something. Not really. Ba-dum-bum. Why one-eye lizard? I love lizard eye. Why though? Just a singular one of these, huh? It's supposed to look a little bit cool. A little bit cool. You're asking what did I drop? My stylus for drawing things. I'm not gonna be able to forget Titan Loose. But I'm not gonna be able to forget that. You've infected my brain, Magdala. Okay. Let's lock in on adding a couple more features and see how much of this drawing that I can put in here. Oh. I've practiced a bunch more than other things on how to draw hair, I want to say, but I still don't feel like I've gotten good at it. Maybe that should merely be one of my goals up next, because throughout all of this I also have a drawing club these days, me and one other person at the library, and I think that's going pretty well. You're saying you ate a whole tomato? You didn't even de-seed it first? Oh my god. Yeah, and you know, okay, I've met people who actually do not like to eat a raw tomato and are not into it and have a generally bad time with it. I think most of the time I'm into the fresh tasting fruits and vegetables. Alright, let's put some of this. And what sort of fluffiness in the hair are we putting out here? You know what, maybe your hair blows in the wind or something very cool, very awesome. Like this. Sure, this is a thing that can happen to hair. I've seen this all the time. There's talking about de-seeding the tomato. Look, sometimes it's simply kind of tasty. Now, what sort of fruit seeds are you super not into? Let's put some incredible horns up in here, because this is very excellent. Are you two reposting memes at each other over in the Discord? Lodess is leaving now due to being super tired. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Get some good rest. You're threatening me with growing tomatoes in my stomach. Well, isn't that the freshest kind of food though? Homegrown, locally sourced. What's more local than something that was grown 0 feet away from me? You're saying you don't like tomatoes, but you like ketchup. Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's that makes sense, I suppose. Okay, so we've got really bright yellow monstery eyes. Very cool, very awesome. All right, it looks less strange with that bit of detail. Let's also put this in. I do like characters having eyes like this. I want to do that sometime too. Probably for one of those stories that I have about defeating perfectionism in here. Oh my god, you're saying it's your last stream? Since you're dying since you missed your rabies shot? Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, could you catch just one more stream as a ghost, like a ghost stream? That's what happens, by the way, when I have to cancel one of these at the last minute, a ghost stream. So if you have to die, oh my god, your will is that you're gonna force Sexy to go to college. Oh my, oh my, and oh, all of this started because kittens are biting you. I Sometimes I wonder if I would be a good pet owner, but I don't think about the very basic things, such as what if a little homie decides to bite you? Alright, here is a mouth, and it kind of makes sense. And what other details would I want to add in a little itty bitty 10 minutes left of a stream? It's such a cool design, I swear. There's try to drink water. Wait, like specifically for the rabies? Specifically you're drinking water for the rabies, or just like advice in general? There's oh wait, the street kittens that you feed, bet you? Definitely get some alcohol on that. Some alcohol on that. Oh my god. Drinking water over here. And what kind of cool designs could I put? Ooh, let's make one for Amity. Amity Blight. Why not, honestly? Your head goes like this. Your nose is like that or something. Okay. Here's the features of a face. Although they change depending on the season. Wow. There's actually saying, my god, if you miss it by one day, I don't think you'll die though. Is rabies slow to act? It can take years. No. Oh my god. Go to the doctor, perhaps. Perhaps. Okay. What I would want to do for a Titan Amity design, one girlfriend is having the horns that go upward, so the other one shall have some that go downward and look kind of cool like this. Is that where an ear goes, I wonder? You're saying, can you draw king next? Oh, okay. Only a little bit of time left in the stream, so let's see how quickly I can do a little doodle of king. So here's Amity and a little nose, and I have really liked a lot of the designs that give witches fangs at all. Amity's eyes are yellow to begin with, so I wonder if anything would change in the Titan design. Okay, so you're not sure if there's any medically good people near you. Oh my. A little bit worrisome. Let's get to King Clawthorn. So cute. So cute. Even if the little homie is not so good about being called cute. Alright, let's put one like this. I think maybe my nose is kind of stuffed. I've been talking this entire time, and it doesn't seem like it should be. I don't know what I've done recently to have a bit of a stuffed nose, but I think it's quite easy to hear, perhaps, in all of this, and I haven't really acknowledged it until this exact moment. Alright, here's a little eyeball, like this. Here's a big fang, and you were, in fact, opening your mouth for some reason, unhinging that jaw to eat a little cupcake or whatever have you in this image. And here's some of this, a little bit fluffy. Could be cuter. Ba ba da ba. There's Magdala saying, Jaro, could you quickly change your major to medicine, study for 6 years to be a doctor, and come back with the knowledge? No, but I know somebody these days who is a surgical technologist, who is the person who makes sure that no extra things get left in your body during surgery. And this person probably knows a medical person. Let's get you in there a little bit faster, as if this is how the healthcare system works. By knowing a guy. What if you knew a guy who could get you in here? The hookup, dare we say. What if you knew somebody? This only, having the hookup, as it were, the insider knowledge, only works for, like restaurants, I want to say, and entertainment, and nepotism. I don't know if it actually works for healthcare. I don't think so. Okay, this was my attempt at a very fluffy king, but let's rehinge your jaw. Actually, let's put your mouth a little bit closed, and I think cuter proportions. Yeah, for the entire show, King was going around with cuter proportions, which in this case means a bigger forehead and smaller other half of your face. And you're actually physically incapable of frowning like this anyway. You can frown in another way. So we have some scribbles. There's some medical advice happening. Oh my god. You're saying it's been 3 shots. You're saying this is not a situation to wait and see. Rabies as a medical emergency, and any deviation from prescribed treatment schedule needs to be addressed by a professional. Yeah, this is pretty freaking worrying. So get some disinfectant on you. I really hope that you do not have rabies. But if I don't see you next time, or perhaps throughout the week in the Discord, okay, maybe I'm gonna message you and ask if you died of rabies. I think I'm gonna message you and ask if you died of rabies. So please live. But this has been an otherwise artful stream, and I hope that you'll be here for another one. Please hurry to the doctor and have a great rest of your day.